Haunted Closet Hour!
Ha 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 ha. Welcome, children, to Stephanie and Scott's podcast of horrors. Mwahaha.
What in the hell is that supposed to be?
Cats and lightning.
Cats and lightning? That's not scary. You should be like a monster of some kind. No.
Ow, ow, ow!
Stephanie is the sound effects machine yet again.
I think I found my calling, my where I'm really going to enhance the show. That's probably the best you're going to get out of me.
This week's episode was the lowest gain in listeners in a while, and I think it's because of that.
Because of my sound effects?
Probably.
From Dead Dick?
That's the only new thing I added to the show, so...
How many listeners did we get?
Making me panic.
Yeah, you didn't tell me.
We gained a few. I don't want to go into specifics, but we didn't get as much as we normally do.
Oh.
But I'm just messing with you.
I'm sorry y'all motherfuckers can't appreciate my awesome sound effects skills.
Oh my god. Well, give us a little bit more. Can I call out things and you just make sound effects for them?
Sure. Okay,
let's see. A drunken girl falling down and scraping her knees.
Fuck!
Okay, that might have to be edited out because you destroyed the table.
Well, sometimes what's that profession that we were talking about where they do the sound effects?
Oh my god.
I could be one of those.
Yeah, that seems like a fun job.
Doesn't it?
Where you just create sound effects.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Wow, so we just introed the show to about 3 minutes talking about nothing but sound effects.
Okay, so anyways,
Wait.
Huh?
You didn't address the elephant in the haunted closet.
Oh, we have disco magic.
Disco magic has returned.
Yay, I'm so excited.
Yay, I'm happy that you're excited.
I feel like maybe that's why we didn't get as many listeners. We didn't have our fucking disco magic.
It wasn't the sound effects, definitely not.
No, couldn't have been.
Which, by the way, I brought that aboard.
We learned that that's called a rim job.
No, it's not called a rim job.
No, you told me that's called a rim job.
No, I did not. It's called a rim shot.
He's lying. He called it a rim job.
We recently watched the Vacation movie, the recent one, and she's just playing off of that joke from the movie.
That movie was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, you guys, if you love comedies or the original Vacation movie, you should definitely see it.
It's definitely the same type of humor, same kind of...
Look at that! We have a special segment this week that's actually, we'll explain a little bit more about it later, but it's going to replace Pitch a Fit. And here we are reviewing another movie.
Oh, that's funny. So we're going to do our best to not, do what we just did. And because this is our horror-themed episode. This is all things scary. And there's different levels of scary. I have an Uber update this week. I have a couple. I'm actually going to do 2 Uber updates. Okay? Mm-hmm. One, so, we hope that you enjoy the episode. I mean, we also, I'm sleep deprived. In the past 5 days. Whoa, shit. Wow. In the past 5 days, I've gotten 10 hours of sleep total.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's been wrong with me.
It's because she's afraid that Freddy Krueger's coming for her, so she's just staying awake to try to avoid him.
No.
Of course, it's Halloween. Yeah, you are.
Oh, I'm so terrified. No, for real though, I have no idea. That's the scary part, is I don't know why I haven't been able to sleep. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure, because now that I have been so sleep deprived, I've questioned my sanity. So I'm like, is that why? Or has it just been I couldn't sleep for a couple of days and it's gotten progressively worse?
Well, why? What do you mean?
Because, I've been thinking about my mom a lot.
Okay.
So, I'll lay down and try and go to sleep or something, and she'll pop into my mind.
Do you think she's around for the holiday to kind of, scare you for, a few days before Halloween? And keep you awake?
She could be. Well,
from the things you've told me, your mom sounds like quite the prankster.
She was a fucking prankster. She was an asshole. Well, I was thinking about her. Okay, so this is a part about my week, but it's not scary. Look, see, we're not following.
Hey, I've got a scary thing from this week. I wanted to explain that the majority of the episode will be Halloween themed, but there are going to be things within our week that are not exactly Halloween themed.
So, I was thinking about her, and I have this book that I gave her for the last Mother's Day that I had with her, and it's called Why a Daughter Needs a Mother. And I just picked up the book. I was thinking about her. I flipped to a random page, just completely random. And in this page it said, a daughter needs a mother to remind her that on the bad days, she's not alone. And, that's what it was, because I came and crawled in bed with you. Then I started crying too hard, so I got out of bed because I didn't want to wake you up.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
When was this? A few days ago?
2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it worries me. I've been spending and I'm pushing people away because of it, and I'm realizing, how shitty it is and how shitty I'm being, and I'm not trying to be. I just, I get so worried about taking my tears to other people because I don't want people to think I'm just, being dramatic. You know what I mean?
People who care about you and know details of your situation and the fact that you lost your mother and what she meant to you wouldn't think of you that way. I don't, so. I know, and I know that. So why am I pushing that on myself? That's on me. Yeah, you gotta let that go. I know. I just don't know fucking how. I'm gonna try a different way to go about it. Because the definition of insanity, as we know, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So, obviously, this hasn't been working for me. Yeah. So, I need to figure out a different way to get out there. Yeah. You do realize that's the essence of this podcast. We get in the closet and do the same thing over and over again and expect the same results. Or expect different results, rather. Oh, yeah, there's your sound effect. Here's my rim job. Rim job. Anyway. So far, this episode has the potential of being called Rim Job. Okay. So, I'm going to quickly go over my stuff about this week. And the reason I'm going to be kind of quick about it is because the meat of it is going to be talking about the Halloween party we went to last night. Yeah. Again, I'm sleep deprived. He's hung the fuck over. So this episode's gonna have a way different feel. Oh, absolutely. And because I'm hungover and she's sleep deprived, it has potential of coming out a little late. So as it is past Halloween. So just consider this when you're a kid and you got your Halloween bag and you went through and you ate every fucking piece of candy that night. Yeah. And then you woke up the next day and there were still a couple pieces of candy left in the bag. We're those couple pieces of candy. But on the downside, we're the pieces of candy that nobody wanted the night before because we weren't the good stuff. Oh. That's not good. Makes me so sad. Anyway. So, let's hear it. Let's talk about our week. Okay, so on to the spooky stuff. Ooh. I scared Scott this week.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. I decided, I can't remember what he had done, but he had been annoying me, so I decided I was going to pull a little prank on him.
That's not hard. I'm always annoying her.
He really is. He is really always trying to do something to piss me off.
And even when I'm not trying, I'm still pissing you off.
So I can't remember what I was, oh yeah, I was eating a wiener.
Oh, yeah.
I was eating a wiener, and I pretended like I was choking on it, and I was like, and like, I threw myself on the floor, and I'm like, help, help, and he runs over there, and he's about to give me the Heimlich maneuver. He's like, baby, what's wrong? Blah, blah, blah. He's panicking now, and I'm like, Scott, death by wiener. And he was like, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, because I was legitimately like worried about her. I'm like, oh wow, that's right. I remember I know the Heimlich because I was about to start it on you.
Satan made me do it.
Yeah, well, I guess Satan made me, a day later, scare the fuck out of you in the shower with a cat tower.
What?
Okay, so you were in the shower. You don't remember this? You were in the shower and you thought I had left. You thought I was gone. No, you were on the toilet.
Oh, yeah. I was taking a big old poop.
Oh, yeah.
Was I pooping?
Yes.
Was I pooping?
You were pooping.
I was pooping, yeah.
She was pooping freely, guys.
Hashtag poop freely.
Yeah. Anyway, she was pooping and she thought I left. I think I was going to get something to eat or something. And I waited for a minute and...
He shut the door. He physically,
Did I shut the door?
You did. That's why I thought you left.
Oh, yeah.
And then I started talking shit. I was like, good, get out of here, you fucking asshole.
So it made me feel that much better when what I did is our cat, we have a really tall cat tower. I'd say it's maybe 6.5 feet? Something like that?
Yeah, it's tall.
It's a tall cat tower.
I'm 5'3", so it's
But it's right outside the wall of the bathroom. So the wall that the toilet sits at, the cat tower is on the outside on that wall. So I just picked it up, leaned it out, and just let it hit the wall. And she shit herself, which was appropriate because she was already on the toilet.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least you made it convenient.
Yeah. Yeah.
It had been really concerning if I was on the couch.
I need to we need to try that next time one of us is constipated. Just pull that back and scare the shit out of them.
Ew.
Yeah. Well, speaking of scaring, I had a moment where, if you guys don't already know, most people who know me know I'm not really a spiritual person, and I don't believe too much in the ghosts and stuff like that. I believe in what I can see and touch. So, but one morning,
which I'm the opposite.
Yeah, she's the total opposite of that. She believes in all that stuff. But when I was leaving for work one morning, was it 2 or 3 nights ago?
Oh, yeah.
My phone has this particular alarm on it, and I'm not going to play it for you because it's really annoying. It's like every alarm in the world.
It's like...
It's got a... Yeah.
Like, it's obnoxious. It sounds like...
It's got a rooster in it, and it's...
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of, actually? It reminds me of, someone escaping from prison and a rooster's by their side. It sounds like that was that kind of alarm.
Oh, my God. Anyhow, it's intended to make sure I get my ass up, so...
Let me say something just super quick.
Okay.
Again, with the differences between you and I, he needs something like that to get him up. I can't wake up to shit like that because it puts me in a bad mood. So I always have to wake up to, birds chirping. And, no, God help me if I were to, really have birds at my window. That would piss me off. But I mean for an alarm sound. Like running water and it gradually get a little bit louder. Da, na, 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 da, na, 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 da, just a kind of melody or something. So.
Yeah, no.
Your annoying ass alarm. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, back to what led us off of that was the fact that my alarm was... When I set my alarm, I set it for what time I have to get up, and then I set it again just in case what time I'm supposed to be leaving in the car by, so I have an idea if I'm running late and if I still happen to didn't wake up, So it goes off as I'm going out to the car because I'm running a little late. And I'm like, gosh, shut up. And I turn it off. And when I turn it off, I hear it across the apartment complex again. Like, someone else has that same alarm. I'm like, what the fuck?
He hears an echo.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it seemed like an echo, but it wasn't quite an echo. I can't explain it. It just sounded like someone else had the same alarm. I'm like, what are the odds of that?
But
Like, whatever, I'm half asleep. So, then I have my keys out. I use my remote on my key to unlock my car, and it has like a beep beep sound. And when I did that, I hear that like across the apartment complex. Like, not, and it wasn't like an echo, because echoes it was too, okay, that's how I can explain it. It was too soon to be an echo.
yeah.
An echo generally has a little space in between it. And it freaked me out. I'm like, what the hell? So I get in my car, and I'm like, whatever, and I'm leaving. And when I go around the front of the complex where the sound was coming from, there's a car sitting there with their lights on, just sitting there. And they're off to the right, and I'm having to go around them on the left to get out of the apartment exit. And when I start to go, they take off and pull out and just like speed off to the left. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I thought about it all the way to work, but I don't know. It just seemed like, if I'm thinking about it logically, it was probably an echo, and I was tired, so maybe it didn't seem like a normal echo, and then that just was coincidental that someone was sitting there, I think.
Well, and I think it has to be something like that to make you really be like, whoa. Because I'm super sensitive to that kind of stuff when it comes to like the
Yeah, you would have
supernatural.
probably not left. You'd probably come back to the apartment and been like, I can't go out now. The Echo Man's gonna get me.
That sounds about right. Again, I'm not necessarily trusting my level of insanity because I haven't been sleeping.
I've never trusted your level of insanity. It seems
No, wait,
like it...
level of sanity. I don't trust my level of sanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in question as well.
So, anyways, like, the cats had been acting weird. They were staring in the same spots.
This was the same night?
The same night. Yeah, before you woke up. They had been staring in the same spots. And like, normally it's because there's a bug or whatever. No, like, I was looking. I even turned on the light because I'm like, what are y'all looking at? And they kept on getting real skittish and freaked out. So, and then when I came into bed, this was Wednesday. Yeah, this was Wednesday when this happened. And then I came into bed and I couldn't go to sleep. No surprise there. But there was a shadow that I saw. And we've got our curtains completely blacked out.
Yeah, there's no sun allowed in our bedroom.
Yeah, we don't allow that. But I saw this shadow. And the cats wouldn't come in the bedroom. I don't know. Like, I have felt very haunted for the past couple of weeks, to be truthful. And you know I've been saying that.
And you don't think that that's coincidental because it's Halloween?
I have no idea. But again, I don't trust my level of sanity right now because I haven't been sleeping. And that's it. I don't trust myself. I have no idea.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I'm sensitive to that kind of stuff.
Like I said, it's your mama messing with us.
Well, yeah, but come on, Sherry, enough's enough. I gotta get some fucking sleep. You know, they do say that the 31st, though, is when the line is the thinnest.
Yeah, because so many people are open to that possibility, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't think it's because more people are doing it. There's something that makes the line thinner on Halloween. And there was also something about if you leave an apple out on the 31st on your porch, if you see a bite of the apple taken, that means that your loved one stopped by to come see you.
Wow.
Something like that. And I know, okay, anyone who's listening to this who knows of that, correct me. Because I know I'm not getting those details 100%.
I just got goosebumps. You know why?
Why?
I know it's not on the 31st, but did we not find an apple laying outside of our porch like a few weeks ago?
Huh?
Remember there was an apple laying outside our door?
There sure as shit was.
You remember that?
And we were wondering where the fuck this random apple came from.
Bum, bum, bum. Creepy.
You just had to say that. Like, I told you, I have been feeling so haunted.
Wow. How long ago was that? We're actually realizing this as we record, guys. Like, whoa. That's wow, that's a moment.
It's been within 2 weeks since I've been feeling this way.
Wow.
We saw the apple within this 2 weeks.
Wow. Weird.
Yeah. Now, that was before all the sleep deprivation, but...
Yeah. And I can promise you, I had nothing to do with that apple. I don't know. I have no idea how it got there. Do you?
No. God, no.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. Anyway. All right. So.
Ghost of your mother has come to fuck with you. Ooh.
I have to say, if I was going to believe anything, based on the little time that I spent with your mom and the things that you've told me, I would believe that that's what's going on. That she's fucking with us.
Well, because she knows how much I value my fucking sleep. She knows. So what I'm going to do, either before I leave, depending on if my phone's charged up when we get out of here, or after, is I've got to get a little bit of housework done, at least enough to where it's not going to drive me insane.
Yeah.
You know, and, get because there's dishes that are not in the dishwasher, or counters need to be wiped down. Just little shit, basic picking up.
Yeah, the tidy bits.
Yeah, because when I get home, I think what I want to do is take a muscle relaxer and take a sleeping pill and just go. I have to.
Okay.
I have to. So
you also have to find a point for us to watch the next episode of The Walking Dead. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I can't life if he is dead.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, he's our favorite pizza delivery guy. He's Glenn. He's fucking Glenn. He's fucking awesome at everything.
Yeah.
What was that? What'd you scratch your nose for? Fuck's wrong with you?
I've accepted that this is one of those shows where people that I care about on the show are going to die.
But I think there's certain staples that if they take them out, it's going to hurt the show.
They're risking it. But I also appreciate that grittiness of the show.
Who do you think the staples are?
I don't think there are any staples. I think that everybody could potentially be killed at some point just for a fucking rating. No, let me rephrase that. It's not just for a rating boost, because I don't think the show does. I don't think the show is just about ratings, but it would help ratings tremendously if rumor was that Rick died. Can you imagine? The fucking show would go blow up.
Yeah, that's true. Because people want to know what the fuck happened.
I don't think there is... I know there's been rumors for a long time that Daryl's going to leave the show, so...
I have been hearing that, and he is one of the people that I think is a fucking staple.
Yeah.
I mean, people... Think about what's going to make people mad. Glenn, Rick, Daryl.
How about what's
Michonne.
Not going to make people mad? There's not many. Think about it. Who could they kill that wouldn't really piss people off? There's not many.
Yeah, no. They could basically have their pick from anyone that has come on board the last season. You know, the little colony that he's in. Even the head lady, we like her because she's a good person. But if she died, it would still be enough to be an impact. But it's not taking Rick out of the show. It's not taking Daryl out of the show. It's not taking Glenn out of the show.
You're really worried, aren't you?
Yeah, like... I did some snooping too, because and keep in mind, when it comes to shows that I really like that, I'm like a kid with Christmas. I'm like, I don't want to know what I'm getting until Christmas. I love.
Then why are you snooping?
I know, that's what I'm saying. This has got me all kinds of fucked up.
You're like the kid that goes and shakes the present.
This present, I mean. This is, man.
This present is going to explode in your face if you open it.
Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, we'll get to find out if he dies or not later on.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on if my sleeping medicine kicks in, and if it does, guess what? I have it on fucking DVR. It is not the end of the fucking world.
You have it on PS View Cloud.
I have it on PS View Cloud. There we go.
Personally, guys, I think he slid into the dumpster.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what he did.
Yeah,
I'm
me
hoping
too.
that's what he did. So.
Me too.
All right, moving along to the next part of the week, because I know we're going on long, like we've been doing for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're running about a half an hour.
Oh, great. Okay. So, American Horror Story. This last episode was so fucking cool, and I want you to watch it because of your appreciation for serial killers and shit.
Wow, you keep going back and forth. The first episode you like, the second one you're like, eh.
But this was a Halloween episode.
Oh, so did they redeem it?
Every year, because, they come on again every year in October.
Mm-hmm.
So every year that they've been on, their Halloween episode is strong as fuck.
I can honestly say I've never seen it.
You need to watch this last episode. Here's something that was so cool. So the detective was sitting down at the bar and...
Spoiler alert.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. So the detective was sitting in the bar in the hotel, being depressed and everything because he misses his wife, he misses his son. His wife separated from him because, remember, they couldn't find their son?
Mm-hmm.
So the wife separated from him. She's like, our marriage is done. I can't do this anymore. You didn't find our son. I'm not mad at you. Our kids were holding us together.
Yeah.
So he's depressed. So, but then it's Halloween, and this roughed up looking lady comes in there, sits down, and starts talking to him.
To the detective?
Yeah, starts talking to him, and I'm just going to go ahead and say who I thought it was. I was like, the fuck, that's Eileen Wuornos. Like, she sat down there and she's like, you're a fucking cop. She's got the beer in her hand. She's got the weird hair going on, the weird tooth thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, she's got the whole thing. Like, I'm like, that's fucking Eileen Wuornos. And then, with it being Halloween, he's like, who are you supposed to be? She's like, wouldn't you like to know? And he's like, I know you. You're Eileen Wuornos. And I was like, pshaw. Yeah. Because, like, I love Eileen Wuornos. I love her.
So she's playing herself?
No. Eileen Wuornos is dead.
Oh.
She's like, she was...
I guess I don't know who Eileen Wuornos is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was a prostitute that killed a lot of her clients.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was...
Yeah, I do know.
She was basically a lot lizard.
Yeah.
Is what she was.
Yeah.
And she was lesbian, but she slept with these stupid guys so that way she can earn a living. And they'd beat the shit out of her.
I've seen the movie and the documentary.
Right. So that's Eileen Wuornos. She was also crazy about something with some kind of lizard religion.
Okay.
Yeah, reptilian. That's right.
You know a lot more about her than I do.
I love Eileen Wuornos. That's why when I saw it, I was like, those motherfuckers had it coming.
Creepy.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's
You just said I love a serial killer.
I love Eileen Wuornos.
Well, I love Dexter.
I love Dexter, too. So,
but not lumberjack version of Dexter.
No, fuck, don't bring down my mood. Don't bring down my mood by talking about...
Lumberjack version of Dexter. Man,
that was the shittiest ending to a TV show that I've ever seen.
Spoiler alert.
No spoiler alert. Don't even watch the last fucking season. Dexter's a badass, and in the last season they turn him into a fucking lumberjack. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I was going to say the R word right there. And so instead of saying that, I said ridiculous.
Oh, good job.
And since recording last, I only said it once. No applause. I need to not be saying it at all. And
You deserve some applause. You've been making the effort, and you're being successful in your effort.
And just as much as that, I want to be honest with y'all.
Okay.
So, no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to confess something else.
No. I'm being honest. That's what I'm saying.
I thought you were going to say, I say the R word in the shower so no one can hear it.
No. But I was listening to the last episode.
You even corrected me a couple times this past week.
I did.
Yep.
I did. That's right.
And I never realized I even used the word, so...
But I've really, been thinking about that. And I think another reason that I've been thinking about that, here's a mini confession, and then I'll finish talking about what I was talking about with American Horror Story.
Okay.
I I actually grew up with a little girl who was mentally challenged.
Really?
I did, and her name is Katie, and she's a great girl. She's a great girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's my mom's friend's Gwen's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you remember meeting Gwen,
Yeah.
but you never met Katie.
Right.
And so Katie is her youngest daughter. Candy is her oldest, and yeah, she's Down syndrome.
Mm.
It's not fucking okay for me to say that word.
No, it's not okay for anybody to say that
It's
word.
not. So that's what I'm saying. I want to be honest with you guys if I fucking slip up. And like I said, I did once this last week, and then immediately after I said it, I was like, don't say that.
Yeah.
And then I almost said it just now. So I just want to make sure you guys know where all that is. Because I did say in the last episode, hey, I'm going to keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Well,
stay
good.
true to that. So
Good. I'm glad you are.
So, anyways, fast forward back to American Horror Story really quick. Here's what made it so cool. Not only did they have Eileen Wuornos in it, they had John Wayne Gacy in it, they had Jeffrey Dahmer in it.
Wow.
What was it that they called it? Death Day?
These were people dressed up as them?
Yeah. Well, what it was is every Halloween their spirits go to the hotel for the infamous Death Day party.
Oh, my God.
And what all these serial killers do together. Who else was it? There was, it starts with the Hispanic guy, the origami,
The origami killer?
yeah, I think it was him.
Okay.
The origami killer. There was another one, Eileen Wuornos, of course. But anyways, what they do is they tie the detective up, and they make the detective watch as they kill innocent people, just one after another start killing innocent people.
Wow.
And that's what they do to celebrate Death Day.
Oh, my God.
So all their spirits come. And anyways. So last episode, woo, spooky, scary, was fucking awesome. And then to end it on the light, well, there's two other little things. Remember the hurricane we were talking about?
Oh, yeah, Patricia.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. The hurricane was named Patricia, and here's something that's scary. My gas station guy that I go to, he knows me by name. He's, he was like, hey, you look like you're not feeling so good. I was like, yeah, and also with this weather, it's just messing me up, and I'm an Uber driver. I don't want to drive in this harsh rain. It's because that was some hurricane rain. That was some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And it happened 2 weekends in a row. And he was, and here's what's scary about the hurricane. He had lost a friend.
Yeah,
one of his friends died.
That sucks.
I felt so bad for him. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary that Mother Nature has that ability.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Mhm.
And then my very last thing, I know I'm all over the fucking board today.
I'm like, I brought one thing to the board, and you're like, here's a whole board of things.
Well, again, I've been feeling very haunted.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been more sensitive to paying attention.
Do I need to call the Ghostbusters?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
There was a warning disclaimer before the live Exorcist show that said watching this stuff leaves you susceptible.
So obviously she watched the live exorcism. So let me ask, was there, did someone actually get exorcised?
Yeah, but it wasn't a fucking live exorcism.
It wasn't?
No, they were talking about a case that happened in the fucking, in 1949.
What?
Unless they've updated it.
I think you watched the wrong thing. I think there was actually a live exorcism on Halloween night. I honestly do.
I need to go back and look at it.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm haunted, and then I'm like, well, let me go look for this live exorcism. I love horror stuff, but I love horror stuff in a different way. Scott loves it for the aesthetic value of it, the beauty of it.
I'm a gorehound.
He's a gorehound, exactly. So he loves it for different reasons than I do. I love it because it genuinely scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, see,
and I'm just always like, ooh, I'm that type of person where. How do I word this? I'm not going to say I like to be scared, but I like that element of...
I think you do.
Really?
To some degree, yeah.
Does that make me sound crazy?
I think most of what we said tonight makes you sound pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah, again, trusting my sanity thing. That hashtag, trusting my sanity. We could call this episode Trusting My Sanity. No. We need to call the episode...
Trusting your insanity.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay. Okay, so last thing before we talk about the party that we went to last night. I got a Maleficent Tsum Tsum.
Oh, my God.
I got a Maleficent Tsum Tsum.
Oh, jeez.
She's the first Disney villain to be a Tsum Tsum.
Notice I have no reaction. Actually, I will say, when she got it, she's like, I really want the Maleficent one. I really hope I get it. And just out of the blue, she happened to get it. So that was kind of...
Well, and
that's very little odds, I would imagine, to get that.
Higher chances with it being closer to Halloween, but there's been several times where I've played during higher chances and get something completely off, and I'm like, really? I've done this 3 times now.
Anyhow.
So, okay, there's my week stuff, but now we need to talk about the party.
All right. Tell them about the party.
Okay. So every year, my friend Amber throws a hell of a Halloween party. She's just a great party planner in general. But she specifically loves Halloween. It's her favorite holiday, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this year, it was a murder mystery party. Think of it like this. It was like playing Drunken Clue live, not on a board.
In the 20s.
Yeah. So, it was, we went to a speakeasy, which, if anyone knows what that is, it's basically like, nowadays, kids would call it a bar with too much shade.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a
dive bar.
Yeah, it's a dive bar. There you go.
Yeah,
and
1920s dive bar.
Yeah, like, she went all out. She even made, like, this secret door that was behind the actual door, and, like, she made it to where it looked like it had little bars over a small window that somebody could look through.
Yeah.
And they would lift up the flap and they would be like, go away, you're not allowed in here. And then turn the flap back down. Like, she goes all at it. And, the password to get in, which since it's 20s era prohibition, the password was Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
28th president.
During the Prohibition.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. So, anyways, that's how it all kicked off. And what it is she would send us emails letting us know about our character, letting us know general knowledge, things that we should know about other characters, like the speakeasy that we were at. They were calling it the Juice Joint.
Yeah.
Which... we needed to know that Rosie was the owner of the Juice Joint, a.k.a. our friend Emily.
Yeah.
But we didn't know it was going to be Emily. She like, they made this look like it was a newsletter.
They went all out with it.
They really did. And so when we got there, we got our little name tags, and I was Natalie Nimitz. And
you were Natalie Nimitz from the time you walked through that door.
Which was funny because I thought that as soon as we got to the door, we were supposed to be.
Yeah, we hadn't started acting yet, and Stephanie was on it. Let them hear your voice. Come on.
Oh, do I have to?
You have to do it.
So, like, when we first got through the door, Ricky, a.k.a. Hal Hollywood, was like, what do you want? Nobody allowed in here. You don't know the password. And I was like, well, who do you think I am? Of course I know the password. And like, I went back and forth between doing a decent 20s to, like, doing this Jersey thing.
Yeah, you do sound like you belong on the Jersey Shore a little bit.
Ew, don't insult me.
Maybe in the 20s.
Ew. Anyway, so, and then it was funny, too, because Scott, he played Muggsy Malone.
Yeah, I was the henchman to... Notorious Nick, who was he was the North Side mob boss.
And I was his little sister.
She was Nick's little sister.
I was Nick's little sister, and he was his right-hand man.
Yeah, I took care of all the business he needed taken care of.
Right. And so, like, it was even it was funny, too, because when I gave Hal Hollywood, Ricky, the password, I was like, well, of course, that's Woodrow Wilson. And I turned around and I'm like, Muggsy, you're in it for yourself.
I'm not getting you in here. You know what I mean? Like, so I did. Like, I carried it on right from the beginning. And, yeah, I mean, God, it was just a lot of fun. Like, they gave us all, little envelopes with our names on them with, like, little objectives we had to do. So that way, as you're mingling, you're purposely trying to listen in on what people are saying. Because at the end of it, we're going to guess who the killer is.
Yeah. And it by having the objectives, it kept you in character for the most part.
It did, yeah. It streamlined
like
it.
my character had the thing for one of the people named Flirty Flapper,
which was our friend Dundee.
Yeah, which was our friend Dundee, and so because my character liked her, he was trying to impress her throughout the evening and kind of flirt with her. And then another point that I had to make was let everybody know that I was really the one in charge behind Nick. And what else did I have to do? I think I had 3 objectives, while you had a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, I had like 6 or 7 objectives.
But then Nick also sent me out to like I had to go to,
which were probably his objectives.
Yeah. But he told me that I needed to go tell Bernie Boozer that she couldn't sell alcohol in the at
the juice joint anymore.
So and then at first I had to go extort her for $100 a week.
Oh yeah, because they gave us a certain amount of money, and whoever ends up with the most money gets it. Yeah, it's not like being the person who guessed who the killer was,
right?
But it was another thing right along with it. Hey, how much money can you extort from everyone?
Yeah.
So that was the name of the game.
So I extorted her for $100, and then she was committed to giving $100 each week.
Did you know she extorted me for $50?
In what way?
Actually, no, I extorted my brother for $50. I didn't extort anyone. This is what happened. I guess she was trying to extort me in a way. I guess so, because, like, she walked up to me and she grabbed my boob. Totally not part of it, but I was just like, hey, I like my booby grabbed. I'm going to try and get you $50. It was so funny.
I think I paid you $50.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I think Nick had me pay you $50 for some reason.
No, Nick gave me $50.
Well,
anyways,
that leads us into another part of the night. They had made this concoction punch.
Wait. We're not there yet. Okay. So when we say murder mystery, the person who was killed was Nick.
Yeah.
And then
at that exact moment when he was killed, okay, for the first part of the evening, I stayed at his side because I was the henchman, and I did the things he told me to do. I extorted Bernie, and then I told her she couldn't sell alcohol anymore, and then I went over and I roughed up Hal and I extorted him, and it was some fun times.
It really was. And then the lights cut out, and they do a lightning effect and then cut off.
Yeah.
And then next thing we know, Nick is gone. Dun, dun, dun!
Well, he was down in one of the rooms, and at the time, I was at the bar with Flirty trying to, get her a drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went over and I found Nick, and I told him that I would avenge his death.
Look, I got to play the bitchy character. It was so great because basically, okay, so my friend Michelle played, oh God, the fucking back and forth names. It's making me feel like an episode of Once Upon a Time. Where they have, Snow White, and then in the real world, they're called Mary Margaret, God. Anyways.
Molly. Her name was Molly.
Molly Mall, my friend Michelle, which is Mike's girlfriend, which it was Nick. So in real life, IRL, Mike and Michelle are together.
Did you say IRL?
I sure as fuck did.
Oh my God.
So in real life, Mike and Michelle are together, but their names, so Mike was my brother, Nick, and then Michelle was his fiance. And Michelle is she's one of my best friends. She really is. She's a great person. Ever since I've met her, we've had this fantastic back and forth, and I basically got to call her a money grubbing whore
for the whole night. And one of my...
And oh boy, did she.
Oh my God, it was so great. So great. And one of my objectives, and so I said it around several people so they could hear me say it, was, well, I'm glad my brother died before you got your grubby hands on my family's money. So I said it was so fun. And I kept on saying, well, at least I didn't have to spread my legs to get my money, honey. It was just so fun getting to go back and forth with Michelle all night.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
It was
great.
entertaining for me as well.
And then my big secret of the night was I was secretly dating Southside Sal, which was our friend Kevin. And
Southside Sal was the direct rival of Nick, which was her character's brother. And the direct rival of me as well, because, he was the other gang.
Yeah.
And he actually was the person I stayed on accusing for the rest of the evening that killed Nick, because he was right there by him.
And and of course, another one of my objectives was to wink at Southside Sal a lot, which was weird, because the first time I blinked, I went like this. Which you guys can't see what I did, but I accidentally just kind of closed one eye after the other and made this real weird face.
Yeah, she looked like she farted or something.
So that was my objective, was to make a fart face at him all night, apparently. Wink at him all night.
Make a fart face at him all night.
I'm an awkward flirter. I'm an awkward person in general, which means you should see me when I try and flirt with people. I'm bad at it.
Oh my God, so am I. Let me tell you. When I looked at my objectives and it said that I had to flirt with a flirty flapper, I decided at that point I really needed to start drinking. And boy, did I start drinking.
Yeah, okay, so now we've talked about the party. Go ahead and why don't you share your...
What I remember?
Yeah, well, how about you share what happened to... What led to you not having the ability to remember everything?
Okay, so I had an 8-ounce flask that I intended to drink Jaeger throughout the evening, and I can sip on Jaeger all night long and it not really mess me up. So I filled that flask and I started out with that, but then I realized they had made this punch. By they, I mean Patrick, and he played the detective.
Who he was actually the detective actually wound up being the killer.
Yeah. I don't remember this, really.
He didn't know. He didn't remember that part.
Because of that punch. I can't remember what all he said was in the punch.
There was 7 different...
liquors. I know there was champagne, some kind of Kentucky whiskey.
Kentucky bourbon.
Kentucky bourbon, yeah. A rum, which I always stay away from rum. Rum always messes me up.
And here's what it was.
And last night I didn't stay away from it.
No, he didn't. And it was infused with oranges and lemon zest that had to sit in the fridge overnight. And then when you poured it into your drink, you put a little bit of nutmeg on top of it to cut the alcohol.
Yeah.
They went all out.
It was fantastic.
It was delicious. You know it's a good alcohol when it's got that much alcohol and you can't taste it. It tastes like you're almost drinking fucking juice.
By the first glass, you were already feeling it. And these were small glasses.
Small glasses, maybe 4-ounce glasses.
Yeah. So,
maybe not even that.
So, basically, I had 3 of those throughout the evening, and then I also had my entire flask of Jaeger, and I had a fun time. I really did. I had a fun time leading up to when they announced who won what prizes and stuff. And at that point, I asked someone to point me to the bathroom. And once I got in the bathroom, I just started throwing up. Oh
well,
my
not
God.
Before you took your fucking pants off.
I didn't take my pants off.
The picture shows otherwise. Your pants are down to your knees.
Okay, here's what happened. I was dressed up as a gangster. I had a gangster outfit that did not fit me. And I had a pair of suspenders that did not hold my pants very well because they kept popping off. So at one point in the evening, they popped off on the back, and I was just kind of keeping my pants held up myself. So at that point, when I was in the bathroom getting sick, nothing was holding my pants up. So they obviously started falling off, and I was so sick and throwing up that I didn't care at that point. I was just...
Yeah, his pants were down to his knees. He was wearing his boxers, but like his right butt cheek was hanging out of the boxers.
Oh, God.
I took a picture, and I am posting on Instagram.
Okay, if you post that, I'll have something to post as well.
Go for it. Go for it. Let's do it. This is going to be worth it.
Oh, my God. The war has started.
Man, it is so funny. Okay, and he wouldn't throw up in the toilet. He kept on getting it all over the side of the toilet.
So at this point, I don't remember
him.
anything.
No,
When I started throwing up, I blacked out.
Yeah, he had throw up all on his beard. He had throw up all over his costume. He had throw up on the floor.
I remember laying in
toilet.
I remember laying in the floor. I remember hitting my face on the toilet. I remember laying on the toilet, and that's all. That's basically all I remember then.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I had an embarrassing end to my evening, even though it was fun.
Well, here's what's funny. I couldn't get him to pull his pants up. I kept trying to help him pull his pants up. It was dead weight, though, and it was just me. Well, at first. Then other people were saying
Yeah, then apparently she allowed people to come in with cameras and whatnot.
Bullshit, I was the only one that took a picture. Here's what's funny, though, Michelle.
No, I thought you told me that Ricky came in with a How Hollywood camera and filmed me on the GoCam.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I showed them the picture, and he looked down at it with a GoPro, and he's like, that's funny.
That's real nice of you. Thanks, wifey.
I'm like, hey, Ricky, look at this. But here's what's funny. You know what made him finally get his pants back on? So he was drunk enough to not remember any of this, but Michelle... Molly Mall, the one who I was feuding with all night, walked into the bathroom and she was like, hey, Scott, I'm just coming here to check on you. And you pulled your pants up real quick.
I don't remember that.
And yeah, that's what you did. And so I cleaned the bathroom, the toilet 4 times.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was hard. And then...
Thanks for basically holding my hair up, which is what you did.
I held your whole body up because you kept... No, and you knocked their...
Yeah, and I'm not a little guy, so...
He even knocked their shower thing off the rails.
What?
Yes.
I did. How did I do that?
Because I was trying to help you up, and you said, give me a minute, and you pulled your arms away from me, and you just slammed into the back.
Oh, my God.
You were fighting me on helping you.
Oh.
I started crying because I was so worried about you, and I was feeling so helpless with it.
Wow.
So when I started crying about it...
You left and went and showed my picture to everybody.
No, they started helping me. Even Patrick was helping clean puke out of your beard.
Yeah, for any of you that might be listening that was at that party, I appreciate the help, and I'm sorry for being completely embarrassing.
Sorry.
For what?
Yeah, I said you better be sorry. No, Michelle was totally batting for you, though. She's like, honey, does he drink? And she's like, does he drink a lot like this? Like, ever? And I'm like, no. She's like, go easy on him then. We've all been there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, I said, but I've been in there. At this point, I'd been at it for, like an hour.
Yeah.
So I was getting frustrated. And I couldn't get you to throw up in the bowl. Nothing was working. And, like, I was the one having to move your body around.
Well, yeah, I was completely blacked out, honestly.
And here's when it scared me.
I don't really even remember getting home.
Yeah,
I remember being walked to the car. I remember Patrick being there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't remember anything again.
Yeah. Yeah, when you got home, I took your clothes off of you, socks, shoes, pants, shirt. And to add to that, because with him being a 20s gangster, he was layered up. He had a dress shirt on, a tie, a coat. He was a 20s gangster.
And an undershirt.
So he had a lot going on. And he was sweating so bad, like, it felt like he had just gotten out of a shower. It was so bad. So I pulled off his jacket. I loosened up the tie. I unbuttoned his shirt so he was wearing nothing but pants and his undershirt because he was so bad off. And then, like, Patrick was in the middle of talking to you. He was like, hey, can you tell me when your birthday is?
Did I tell him?
You were like, March. And he
did say when, not what date.
Right. He goes, March what? And you said 12.
I said 12?
Yeah, you didn't even give your right fucking birthday. But then as soon as you said that, your
your eyes were already like this, but then they completely shut, and you were going like, and I started, that's when I started crying. I was like, Patrick, do I need to take him to the hospital? I'm scared.
I was pranking you. I was getting you on Halloween.
Yeah, sure.
And then it was all an act.
Well, we got everything cleaned up. They helped me get you to the bed. We laid you on your side, and he had a frozen ice pack that we kept putting.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, and you laid on the bed for 2.5 hours sleeping, and you kept on getting mad at me for trying to get you up to take you home.
No, I'm sorry. I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
That's basically my entire response. I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, so that's what happened last night, which is why he's hungover, but I'm an awesome, amazing fiance, and I did all that, and then me even not feeling good, which okay, in his defense, he said, well, why don't we just order pizza?
Mm-hmm.
She's
speaking of this morning.
Yeah. He did not force me to go out, but I said, okay, this is what I'm going to go do. I went and I got some more eggs, got some biscuits, got some bacon, and I made homemade bacon,
egg, and cheese biscuits.
Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits.
Yep. And they were great. And
because it was going to have the grease in it, because I cook the eggs in bacon grease anyways. The bacon grease itself, and then the bread. So I was like...
0 trans fat, though. And then the next terrifying thing for me was while I was eating that, apparently when I hit my face last night, I fucked up my tooth and completely broke it off.
Yeah.
Today, so one of my front teeth is broken. So if you hear a lisp, I'm sorry guys, I can't afford to fix it right now. So it's gonna be something that remains.
He doesn't have a lisp. No, you don't have a lisp.
Anyway.
So, anything else you want to add about that party?
No. I mean, I had fun. I wish I hadn't drank so much. That's basically it. I wish I hadn't drank so much so I could have enjoyed the last part of it.
But everything else was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Everyone was acting their character. Again, mine and Michelle's back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she got the award for the best actress. And I know I had to have been right underneath her because we were the cattiest bitches the entire night. Just our back and forth was so good.
Yeah,
like
really
when I looked at her, I was like, well, honey, at least I don't have to spread my legs. She was like, maybe you should try it sometime, sweetie. Winks at me, walks away. Like, our back and forth is just spot on. So,
yeah.
Anyway, it was a good night despite all of our puke and sweat. And, despite everything.
Despite the last part of it.
And the last thing he said before I got him into bed, which obviously he didn't remember saying this either. So sweet, though. He goes, if I hadn't already asked you to marry me, I'd ask you again right now.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh.
Because that would be the most romantic time to do it.
Yeah,
covered in puke, falling over.
That was just your way of saying thanks for taking care of me, even though I don't remember
I appreciate
everything
it.
that
I'll say it again. I
happened.
really appreciated you being there for me.
I know you did.
And I would do the same for you.
I know you would.
You know that.
So, in our relationship, you've basically done that 3 times. Not that bad.
Well, I have two really good stories I can tell in confessional next week about times that I've gotten blackout drunk and also woken up outside.
I want to ask you, when have you ever had to deal with me when I was like that, though? Have you ever?
No. You don't really get like that.
No, I know. Like,
you handle your alcohol. I think... I don't know.
But neither one of us drink often at all.
I think the difference between you and I is you don't need it to loosen up, and I do.
Oh, that's true. Because, yeah, he's like, well, I need to be more in my character. And, yeah, he is less of us, despite the fact that we're both doing a podcast so everyone can hear us, and he's not as social of a person as I am.
Yeah, definitely not. It's easy for me to sit and talk to a mic while I'm talking to you. It's much harder when I'm in a room of people that I'm only, and I like everybody, don't get me wrong.
But you've only been around them for as long as you've been
Some of the
me.
people I'm pretty comfortable with. I'm really comfortable with Ricky and Amber, and some people I just feel more
Michelle
comfortable
and
with.
Mike.
Yeah, Michelle and Mike. Yeah, I really like Dundee.
Yeah, she's a real sweet girl.
Yeah, so I feel comfortable around her as well.
You met her the first time at Amber's Star Party, I believe, right?
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, so that's our misadventure at a murder mystery party set in the 20s.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I even, like I said, I have a couple of horror or scary Uber updates.
Yeah, but actually, you know what? I think on the fly, I'm going to call it and say that I think this is going to be a two-parter for us. So I think we're going to cut it off right here, to be continued, and kick off the next episode for next week with Uber updates. What do you think? Because we've gone over an hour already and haven't even got into any of the segments, so we'll save the fun little Halloween segments for part 2.
Okay, well then that's fine. We can do that. Let's go ahead and pass out our social media though again.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Okay, so you can email us at theclosetdwellers@gmail.com. You can also tweet us. Mine is at glittergasm.
Gasm.
That's right. That's spelled GLITTERGAAASM, 4 A's. Or if you need to get in touch with Scott.
Yeah, mine is at Scottopic, and that's SCOTTOPIC. And then if you wanted to talk to us both or follow us both as far as the show, as far as Podcast in the Closet Hour, that Twitter handle is at 2closetmonsters, and that's the number 2 at 2closetmonsters. And then we also have a Facebook group if you want to chat at us and chat with fellow listeners and stuff like that. You just need to log into your Facebook and search for Podcast in the Closet Hour. And also, besides that, we have we post every episode on YouTube with an enhanced version. Each episode, it has segments and that have banners and whatnot that match it. So if you'd rather have a visual to go along with the show, even last episode, we had a video that I had pulled out from the closet.
So definitely check out, if you're more of that kind of visual person, check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, you just search up Podcast in the Closet Hour.
Right. Now, what most people do, though, is they do iTunes and they do RSS feed, which...
Yeah, we're on iTunes for sure. That's the first thing we hit every week. So if you guys want to get us every week, subscribe to us on iTunes or the RSS feed, and that way our episodes are instantly downloaded to your players every week. Besides that, we have an Instagram that contains pictures from inside and outside the closet. And
pictures of a picture of Scott with his pants.
That's up for debate.
No, it's happening.
It's
I promise you.
Maybe I shouldn't give the address. No, really. It's at 2 Monsters in the Closet, and that's the number 2. And then, of course, if you need a good hub that just has all that information and you don't know what the hell we're talking about, go to podcastintheclosethour.com, or you can also find us at closetpodcast.com. And there you can find the latest episode, you can find pictures, you can find information about us, and you can find our contact information that we just gave to you. So that's the best place. Go to podcastintheclosethour.com or closetpodcast.com.
Excellent. All right, guys.
We're going to go ahead and close the closet on this part of the show, and just stay tuned. We will have part 2 coming right out next week. That will have the Boo review, which is going to replace Pitch a Fit temporarily for the Halloween theme. Then we're also going to have our creepy confessional. Then we'll have the What the Fuck News Halloween edition, and then we'll end the show with the last minute plea. So definitely stay tuned for that.
So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it, and we hope that you guys are too. Until then, take it easy. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Ooh. Ooh.
To be continued in part 2. ...